Good morning, students of class 4th. Students, I'm sure all of you are happy and healthy. Students, please take out your English grammar book and turn to page number 73 as I'll be continuing with the exercises of Unit 18, Simple Past Tense. Students, please take out your English grammar book. Turn the page to page number 73 as I'll be continuing with the exercise of Unit 18, Simple Past Tense. Students, in my last video, I had explained how to frame interrogative sentences in simple past tense. And first of all, I'm going to revise the rule and then I'm going to start with exercise 4th of Unit 18, that is, make these sentences interrogative. So children, for framing interrogative sentence in simple past tense, what do you need to do? First of all, you must identify and underline the verb in the sentence. Once you identify and underline the verb in the sentence, you will note that the verb is in the past form. Now the first thing, why are you underlining it? Because you need to remember that the verb always remains in its root form in an interrogative sentence in simple past tense. बेटा सिंपल पास्ट टेंस में जब भी हम इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंस फ्रेम करेंगे our verb will remain in the root form. Then the next thing is we always begin the interrogative sentence, that is the question, with did in simple past tense. After did, the subject, the root form of the verb and the remaining sentence. So बेटा ये अगर आपको याद रहेगा तो फिर बिल्कुल आपको प्रॉब्लम नहीं होगी. Fine. Now, I'm going to start with exercise 4 and that is make these sentences interrogative. All of you turn to page number 73. The first one has been already done for you, but then I am going to write again and explain so the concept gets clear to you. Now the first one is we went to see Mehtab Bagh at Agra. This is the sentence. Now we need to frame the interrogative sentence for this sentence. And all of you know what are interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentences are nothing but questions. तो अभी इसका हमें question frame करना है in simple past tense. So what are we going to do? First of all, we need to identify and underline the verb in this sentence. So the sentence is we went to see Mehtab Bagh at Agra. है ना? इसमें जो verb है that is went. The verb is went. है ना? The first thing, what are we supposed to do? We must identify and underline the verb. Why are we underlining it? Because we need to remember that we need to bring back the verb to its root form. तो हमने went को underline किया. Fine. अभी बेटा went past में है और इसका जो present tense है, root form है, that is go. है ना? Go का past form went है, went past है, go क्या है? रूट फॉर्म है ना. तो हम जब भी इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंस फ्रेम करेंगे वी नीड टू कीप इन माइंड कि द वर्ब ऑलवेज रिमेन्स इन द रूट फॉर्म. तो सबसे पहले हमने वर्ब को आइडेंटिफाई करके अंडरलाइन किया सो दैट इट रिमाइंड्स अस दैट वी नीड टू ब्रिंग बैक द वर्ब टू द रूट फॉर्म. फाइन. सो फर्स्ट स्टेप इज आइडेंटिफाइंग एंड अंडरलाइनिंग द वर्ब. देन I'll write Q because Q से आपको याद रहेगा कि हम क्वेश्चंस फ्रेम कर रहे हैं. एंड इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंस मीन्स क्वेश्चंस. फाइन, एंड वी आर फ्रेमिंग द क्वेश्चंस. नाउ एज सेड अर्लियर, interrogative sentence in simple past tense always begins with did. इससे बेटा हमेशा स्टार्ट होगा did से. You need to keep this in mind. So went है ना, ये तो हमने अंडरलाइन करके रूट फॉर्म में लाना है. The next step is हमारा क्वेश्चन किससे स्टार्ट होगा? did से in simple past tense. Now सब्जेक्ट क्या है? we, because यहाँ पे the sentence was starting with we, so W was capital. But in the question we are starting the sentence with did, so D is capital. तो यहाँ पे we का W small हो जाएगा. Now went का root form क्या है? go. Underline. Always underline so that you can cross check कि did I change the verb to the root form or not. आप जब बेटा underline करोगे तो आप cross check कर सकते हो. So did we go and the remaining sentence as it is. To see Mehtab Bagh at Agra. And at the end question mark. Remember children, आपका question mark हमेशा आएगा at the end of interrogative sentence. अगर आपने question mark नहीं लगाया तो आपका interrogative sentence incorrect हो जाएगा. तो हमारा interrogative sentence question क्या हो गया? Did we go to see Mehtab Bagh at Agra? Fine. Now, I hope all of you have done and understood, though it is already solved in the book. Now the second one. Many tourists visited India last year. Sorry, this L is small. Now we need to change this into interrogative sentence. So हमारा first step क्या होगा? To frame question from this sentence. Our first step will be to identify and underline the verb in this sentence. अब बेटा इसमें verb कौन सा है? Many tourists visited India last year. The action, the verb is visited, है ना? इसमें verb क्या है? Visited. Visited past form में है. Why did we underline this? We have underlined this so that it reminds us that we need to bring back the verb to its root form. अब now बेटा visited past form में है. इसका root form क्या है? Visit. What is the root form? Visit. Visited में ed लग गया तो past tense, and if you remove the ed, visit is the root form of the verb. Fine. Now, interrogative sentence in simple past tense always begins with which word? Did. So this D will be capital. Did. Now, in this sentence subject कौन सा है? Many tourists, है ना? Many, M is capital because here we were starting the sentence. Now here we are starting the question with did. So many's M will become small. This please remember. I have seen children writing capital N. कॉपी करने में कि बस जो ऊपर है उसी को कॉपी कर दो. उसके चक्कर में अगर आप यहाँ पे कैपिटल M लिखोगे तो आपका जो इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंस है that will be incorrect. So did, many's, M's with small, tourist. Now आपने अंडरलाइन करके रखा है विजिटेड को. दैट इंडिकेट्स कि ये रूट फॉर्म में चेंज करना है. अंडरलाइन सो दैट यू कैन ऑलवेज क्रॉस चेक. डिड मेनी टूरिस्ट विजिट इंडिया लास्ट ईयर? And at the end, question mark. If you do not put a question mark at the end, what will happen? Your interrogative sentence will be incorrect. Fine. So, many tourists visited India last year. इसका क्या हो गया? Did many tourists visit India last year? And at the end, question mark. Fine. So, many tourists visited India last year. And the question is, did many tourists visit India last year? Fine. Now, I hope all of you have done. Now the third one. And the third sentence is, he spoke very confidently. He spoke very confidently. Fine. अब इसका हमें क्या करना है, इसका हमें क्वेश्चन फ्रेम करना है. तो फर्स्ट स्टेप क्या है, टू फ्रेम द इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंस वी मस्ट आइडेंटिफाई एंड अंडरलाइन द वर्ब इन द सेंटेंस. नाउ ही स्पोक वेरी कॉन्फिडेंटली. इसमें वर्ब कौन सा है बेटा, स्पोक. वर्ब कौन सा है, स्पोक. हमने उसको अंडरलाइन कर दिया. नाउ स्पोक इज द पास्ट फॉर्म. रूट फॉर्म क्या है इसका, स्पीक. Speak is the root form. So we must remember कि हमको जब इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंस जब हम फ्रेम करेंगे तो हम स्पोक की जगह क्या यूज करेंगे बेटा, स्पीक. You need to remember this. That's the reason we always identify and underline the verb so that it tells us कि ये past में है. And when we be framing the interrogative sentence, ये हमको root form में change करना है. Fine. So now the question in simple past tense always begins with did, है ना. did से हम start करेंगे. so did's D will be capital. then we need to remember कि जो subject है उसका जो H है वो small हो जाएगा. तो ये सारी चीजें बेटा, these are small minute things which you need to keep in mind, then only your interrogative sentence will be correct. Fine. so हमारा sentence जो interrogative question है वो किससे start होगा, did. अब यहाँ पे he is the subject, तो he is H is capital. बट यहाँ पे did के बाद जब हम he को लाएंगे तो इसका H small हो जाएगा. so did he spoke का root form क्या है, speak. underline it. the moment you change please underline, ताकि जब आप revise करो you can always have a look कि आपने verb को root form में change किया है कि नहीं. so did he speak very confidently. And at the end, what will come? Question mark. Fine? So, he spoke very confidently. The question is, did he speak very confidently? And at the end, question mark. Children, please keep in mind कि आपका जो interrogative sentence है उनके end में question mark बिल्कुल आना है. If you do not put a question mark, your interrogative sentence will be incorrect. Fine? Now, let's revise these three interrogative sentences and then I'll erase and write the fourth one. The first one, we went to see Mehtab Bagh at Agra. Verb क्या था, went, underline किया. Why did we underline? So that it reminds us that we need to bring back the verb to its root form. Then remember, in simple past tense, the interrogative sentence always begins with did. So our question will be, did we go to see Mehtab Bagh at Agra? At the end, question mark. Then the second one, many tourists visited India last year. First of all, identify and underline the verb that is visited. है ना? We need to bring back the verb to its root form. Start the question with did in simple past tense. Then the first letter of the subject will be small unless it is a proper noun. So, did many tourists visit India last year? At the end, question mark. Then the third one, he spoke very confidently. First of all, identify and underline the verb that is spoke. Underline it so that you remember we need to bring back the verb to its root form. So, spoke का क्या हो गया? Speak. Fine. We'll be starting the question with did and our question will be, did he speak very confidently? At the end, question mark. Fine. So, I'm sure all of you must have written. Now, I'm going to erase these three and write the fourth one. Now the fourth one. And the fourth one is, you bought a new laptop. You bought a new laptop. Now, we need to frame a question for this sentence. First of all, what are we going to do? We are going to identify and underline the verb in this sentence. You bought a new laptop. Verb क्या है? Bought. B-O-U-G-H-T. Bought. Now, we have underlined it so that we remember that we need to change this verb back to the root form. So, the root form of bought is buy. B-U-Y, buy. Buy का पास फॉर्म क्या होता है बेटा? Bought, है ना? Buy का bought होता है. Fine. So हमने underline क्यों किया है? So that we remember that we need to bring back the verb to its root form. So now our question will start with did. You subject है. You, Y of you will become small. Did you buy, underline it, a new laptop, and at the end question mark. So did you buy a new laptop? क्या किया आपने? Did से start किया, verb को root form में लाए, and after did the remaining sentence as it is with the root form of the verb, and at the end question mark. Fine. So you bought a new laptop, underline the verb, bring back the verb to its root form, start the question with did, then the subject's first letter small unless it's a proper noun, the root form of the verb, a new laptop, and at the end question mark. Now, turn the page, children. Page 74. The boys lost their way. Now we need to change this into question. So what are we going to do first? सबसे पहले हमने क्या करना है? इसमें verb को underline करना है. Verb क्या है? Lost. Now our question will be, did the boys lose their way? At the end question mark. Fine. Now the sixth one. My sister attended a party. Underline the verb that is attended. Now we'll begin our question with did. Did my sister attend a party? At the end question mark. Fine. So now let's revise and I'm going to erase. You bought a new laptop. Did you buy a new laptop? The boys lost their way. Did the boys lose their way? My sister attended a party. Did my sister attend a party? And remember to put a question mark at the end of each question. Now I am going to erase and write the seventh one. And the seventh one is I ate a bowl of oats and one banana. Fine. Now the verb is ate. Underline it. Frame the question. Did I eat a bowl of oats and one banana? At the end, question mark, underline the root form of the verb. I ate a bowl of oats and one banana. The question is, did I eat a bowl of oats and one banana? Now the eighth one. Mrs. Anita taught us English. Now the first thing to do is underline the word. The past form is taught, so the root form is teach. So our question will be, did Mrs. M will be capital because Mrs. Anita is a proper noun. Mrs. Anita, दोनों का capital रहेगा. Keep this in mind. Did Mrs. Anita taught का root form क्या हो जाएगा? Teach us English. And at the end, question mark. Fine? ये ध्यान में रखना, प्रॉपर नाउन है तो आपका जो सब्जेक्ट है वो कैपिटल रहेगा. Fine? Now I hope all of you have done. Now I am writing the ninth one, erasing this and writing the ninth one. Now the ninth one. She found a gold coin in the cave. Now the verb is found. The root form is did. Found का root form क्या है? Find. The question is found past tense है and root form found का क्या है? Find. Found, find, find, found. अब जो question है that will begin with did she find, underline the root form, a gold coin in the cave. At the end, question mark. Then the last sentence. They played holy with natural colors. They played holy with natural colors. The verb is played and the question is, did they play? Did they play holy with natural colors? At the end, question mark. Fine. Played root past tense थे, root form क्या है? Played. Start किया did से, at the end question mark. So with this we have finished exercise 4. Now I'm going to erase this and start with exercise 5. And exercise 5 is the last exercise of unit 18. That is simple past tense. And we need to write a paragraph describing how you spend your autumn break in simple past tense. So, exercise 5. Describe how you spent your autumn break in simple past tense. Now, autumn break, everybody enjoys a lot in autumn break, isn't it? No, let's start right. I enjoyed a lot during my autumn break. Fine. I went to see various Durga pandals with my family. दुर्गा पूजा देखने जाते हैं फैमिली के साथ, isn't it? I ate a lot of goodies from the shops near the पंडाल्स के पास जो मेले जैसा लगता है वहां पे बहुत सारे फूड आइटम्स मिलते हैं, isn't it? Then I also saw the Dahan of रावण का दहन देखा? I also saw the Dahan of Ravan in the Dashera ground. Okay, then it was a nice cracker show. Fine? Then I completed my school assignments and helped my mother in household chores. Household chores means the work of household. Fine. So this is the paragraph we have written on how you spent your autumn break. So I enjoyed a lot during my autumn break. Enjoyed is in past tense. I went to see various Durga pandals with my family. Went again in past tense. I ate a lot of goodies from the shops near the pandals. Again, ate past tense. I also saw the Dahan of Ravan in the Dashera ground. Saw again in past tense. It was a nice cracker show. Was again past tense. I completed my school assignments and helped my mother in household chores. Now, completed past tense and helped in past tense. So with this, we have finished all the exercises of Unit 18, Simple Past Tense. Children, please do learn and revise all the taught exercises and complete all the exercises neatly in your English grammar book. So that's all for today. Thank you, students. Have a good day ahead.